way too much misinformation going on nowadays, especially with these groups on Facebook. You know, these beginners get on there and they try to feel like they're a teacher because they want to, I guess, you know, feel like they're important or whatever it is. But, you know, if you don't know what you're talking about, just don't. Just don't. Just stop. You know, because you're going to cost people equipment. You know, there's guys out here asking, well, how much can my subs take? Well, that all depends on what kind of enclosure you have. That depends on the vehicle, cabin loading. Everything varies. It depends on what you're clamping. You know, you could put a 4K amp on a sub and only be clamping 2500 watts. It all depends on box rise and all that shit. So, you know, people are just spreading information, misinformation left and right, and it's just, dude, it's getting me so pissed off, to be honest with you, man. You know, and I usually am the type of guy, I don't like to get involved in drama and stuff, but when I see some of these people spreading misinformation, I feel bad for the guy that spends his hard-earned money on equipment and is being misguided. So, guys, if you don't know what you're talking about, just don't. Just don't. You know, and another thing I heard today on Facebook on one of these groups is that if you need to recone your subs, then you have an improper setup. You know, just like tires on cars wear out, just like anything wears out, you know, the suspension on subs eventually loosen up and you have to recone. Some people also like to modify their subs, you know. A lot of guys think that when they buy, for example, subs from Scar, like what I heard today, somebody was interested in buying a DDX12 and they weren't sure about buying it because Scar doesn't sell a recone. Well, you know, man, there's so many companies out there making fucking recone parts. But again, this is like a beginner question, and that's fine, you know, but the problem is that this one guy, I'm not going to name names, but got on the group and said, hey, you know, if you have to recone, that means you're doing something wrong, you have an improper setup, and then right away he got like 8-10 likes on his comment. So then the guy felt proud about himself, you know. He said, oh man, I must be right because 8 or 10 people agree with me. Those 8 or 10 people are probably beginners as well that don't know what the hell they're talking about. So now majority starts to take over, and now you get a huge group of people that are being misguided. So, man, I wish it would stop, but I don't think it is because, you know, these groups are getting bigger and bigger. There's more groups out there. There's more things happening on social media. So we're just going to get to the point where, you know, there's going to be so much misinformation going on. But, you know, hey, what are you going to do? So, but anyway, that's my rant. I'm hoping I'm going to get this system going soon. I'm working on the roof now, so those videos are going to be coming up shortly. All right, take care.